Welcome again in this fifth video of this series of HTML and CSS. As you can notice, we are now diving into HTML realm, whereby everything that we'll be doing here, it will be only HTML, and then later we start doing CSS. So in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit, to give you a taste how HTML looks like and how it works. So let's get into it right away. So I have my VS Code fired. I hope you've already configured your VS Code as we discussed in the prerequisites video. So this one, I get into it. This is how it looks. So what I will do is that I will first create a folder here and call it HTML. And let's do that. And then I talk about, let's call it 01.basics. Let's call it intro, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's do that. And then we are going to create a file there and then call it /intro/ index.html. So our entry file here will be index.html. So this is something that you see more often, like the entry file will be called index.html. So what technically means is that HTML will be the file identifier, that is .html, and then the index is the convention that they usually say this is the first, that's like the entry file. So I will create it there, and let's look at it here at my file explorer. So we have HTML, intro, and index.html. So that's our file. Let me click and open it. So here it is. As you can see, it's blank. And the cursor is blinking, calling for us, write something here. What I will begin with, with a right arrow bracket, and then we have our Emmet. You remember talking about Emmet? So this is what Emmet usually do. So it has added Doctype, and immediately it's filled with HTML at the end. Then I click enter and type another right arrow bracket and type HTML. Good. So what we've just done right now is that we've said that we want this page, when a browser sees this page, we want it to be HTML5 page. So we say doctype and what it is, HTML. Then we create a root tag. Our root tag is simply called HTML. And because I will talk a little bit of attribute later, let me introduce that concept right now. So we have an attribute called language, that is lang, and we'll simply say the language that we are going to use is English. You can even say English US, wherever it is. I'll simply write it as English. Once you do that, the next tag that usually comes is head. And you can see our VS Code is smart. What it's doing, it is indenting HTML. And what I've done, I've set my VS Code to indent tags by 2 spaces. Here it is. It indents using 2 spaces. You can see at the lower, more like info here, we have those kind of text there. And then we have spaces 2. So it says that it indents by 2. So let me go back to there. And then the next thing that we have here is head. So I type H and then it knows Emmet is come to the 7 here. And there is more advanced usage of it, but I want to take you step by step. So we have head. Head is our second thing that we write. Before we fill anything to the head, let me add another one, a tag that is pretty basic that you will always use all the time. So let's begin with the body there, just right next to head. And then we have the body section of HTML. These three tags that we are seeing here, that's HTML, head, and body. This is like the bedrock of writing HTML and the bedrock of web applications, because these tags define like everything. So HTML, we call it our root, and then we go to the head. Head usually define everything that we don't see. All information, meta tags, the scripts that we want to load, and the style sheets that we want to load, we define them at the head section. And then at the body, this is where we define everything that we see. So for now, let's hold that idea in our thoughts, and let's fill a few things here so that you can see something working. I click the tab key here and type title. And then we'll have a silly heading here, like my silly title, let's call it profile. And I will put more like a pipe there and call it Mark Njoroge. So we give it a title. Soon you'll see in the browser what exactly it means. Then at the body, I'll define a heading, and we will talk more about this one. Bear with me right now. Let's call it a heading 1 and call it my profile. Hello, I am Mark Njoroge. Fit in with your name the way you like it. So that is it. And then here we'll add a paragraph tag and say, this is my profile page. So it is simple as that. Now we have a page. That's a HTML page, and we call it index. In fact, we can name it the way we want. You see what I've done? Once I saved the file, it is pre-formatted. You remember the whole idea of Prettier? This is its function. It makes our work easy such that we don't have to do formatting. We don't have to do indentations all by ourselves. Because that is done, it's ready, and let me just do that. Let's now try to preview it. I can see my server is running here. Let me stop it and show you how to do it. The manual way, we right click it, and then we click here, open live server. That is, for me, because I'm using Windows, it is Alt-L, Alt-O. So I'll click it. So I think the server is starting. And guys, it's here. You remember the title? This one? The title here, profile Mark Njoroge. Here it is at the top. That's how you add that one. And then here is my head 1 tag. My profile, hello, I am Mark Njoroge, and this is my profile page. Something that I would like to note is that when it comes to HTML, we have HTML5 and HTML4. I promise I will show you the difference. Technically, the difference usually comes here at the Doctype. So I will not write it by hand. This used to be long and tedious. So I'll go back to the Doctype and replace that HTML with that syntax. So now that's how we used to write it. Even it used to be longer than this. If you look at those old pages, you will see a lot of stuff, a lot longer than this. So this is how we used to this is how you can differentiate a page, a HTML5 page with a HTML4 page. So I will undo that because I want this page to remain as HTML5 page. So that will be specifically the difference. That's how we do it. It is simple as that. We write a tag, and because we noted earlier that these syntax have meanings. H1, P, body, head, and title, they have meaning. So this is how we'll be structuring our page onward. So this is like an introduction to HTML, and this is how we write it. That is it, guys. We've come to the end of this presentation. There is more to come in the next section, where we'll go into HTML basic and dive deeper into the world of HTML, write more, and for you to share with you more of the syntax there. If you have not yet subscribed to the Talking Dev channel, please subscribe, like, and share this video. It will help us grow. And if you have any question or comment, something to add, please go to the comment section and add whatever it is you want to add, and also share your thoughts. There are many people who look at the comment section and they want to know some sort of conversation that are happening there. I'm one of those guys who go to the comment section. So leave your comment, your addition there, and I'll be so much excited, especially to see you and what you have to say and the question that you have to put there. So till next video, take care and all the best. Bye.